Hello and welcome to the Let's Talk More Monkey podcast. I'm David Wahl. For the last 35 years, Archie McPhee has been a wholesaler and retailer of toy and novelty items. You may know us from products like the Punching Nun, Hander Pants, or the Martian Popping Thing. In that time, as you can imagine, we've had a lot of things happen, and we wanted to take some time to share those stories with you. So, with no further ado, let's talk more monkey. Hey everybody, I'm going to introduce myself. I am David Wahl, Director of Awesome at Archie McPhee and Archie McPhee Wholesale. And I'm here with...
Shana, the High Priestess of Rubber Chickens from Archie McPhee and Archie McPhee Wholesale.
And...
I'm Scott Heff. I don't have a fancy title, but I'm a designer and photographer and other things for Archie McPhee and Archie McPhee Wholesale.
And P.S., that's the next thing we've got to do is get titles for everybody.
Oh, that would be great.
Yep.
So
think about it.
If you're going to come up with a title for Heff, what would it be?
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear. This isn't going to go well.
Let's give it more thought.
That can be something. Let's use that as...
me.
We'll use
He's
that
already giving me the push down with his
I don't want to get stuck with something.
We'll use that for a future podcast.
Okay.
That'll be our big cliffhanger. So today's product that I wanted to talk about is the Inflatable Unicorn Horn for cats.
Mm-hmm.
This was a hit in 2012 when it first premiered. What year did you start working here, Heff?
2011.
2011. So you were just here.
Yeah, late 2011. So.
And to lead into this product, the first inflatable horn we did was actually for humans, which, is kind of a crazy idea because we thought like you'd want a transportable unicorn horn rather than the traditional, always in the shape of a unicorn horn.
Yep.
This is the kind of unicorn horn that if you just wanted to cram it into your purse or pocket or fanny pack.
Yeah, because the original, all the horns we'd ever seen were like on headbands and things like that. It's just not portable. It's not practical like this unicorn horn. So ours, we decided to make it not only inflatable, but also it's in this really groovy tin. So you know, it's attractive and functional.
Yeah, exactly.
And one size fits all, which is my favorite thing.
One size does fit all.
Humans.
And so then, of course, we were like, well, if humans can wear it, why not cats?
Yeah.
And the idea behind this, it being inflatable, made it extra funny.
Yeah.
Because cats and inflates don't necessarily mix.
Because of their claws.
And so when we started talking about it, we decided first it was going to have to attach to a cat's head.
Yes.
Which Scott King, one of the designers here, actually had to figure out. And we had a plastic cat.
That's right.
And there were the engineering of how to hook it around the cat's head so that it would stay stable on the cat's head.
Because when you think about it, their cat ears are in a different location than simple human ears, right? So when you got the cat ears on the top of the head and where to put the elastic so that it doesn't, that it goes just right in. Because I'm sure you're about to say he determined it needed to go in front of the ears.
Yes.
And on humans, it sort of goes behind the ears.
Yes. And it took a few tries.
Yes.
Get.
Many tries. Because that plastic cat didn't do the whole job.
Which brings me to, this is one of the few products where we've actually had, because we spent so long developing it, we actually had a working sample before when we had to come up with the package. So we actually did a photo shoot with Spike the cat.
Yes.
To get the picture for the front of the package. And Spike, who is owned by Molly, who works here, is no longer with us, but was one of the sweetest, most docile cats ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Spike was
she,
that's right. She was, the other funny thing about it is the back of the package has a grumpy face, which is what most people associate with a cat wearing a unicorn horn. But actually it took way longer to get the grumpy face photo. You didn't take that photo, right? It was Scott King took it. The heavenly photo on the front, the little happy spiky kitty, was much more in line with the rest of the photos.
Well, part of the angle we wanted to do was the cats love it. So it was like, cats love it, and then have a picture of this cat being miserable.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, that was harder to get than the cat actually
I
kind of
know.
liking it.
Would you say we monetized the misery of cats? Unhappy cats. We've made a ton of dough off of cats with grumpy looks on their faces.
Yeah.
And well, one of the really funny things is Scott Heff. I know you actually videotaped the photo shoot.
Yeah, so Scott King was
that's
taking
right.
photos, and you probably asked me, hey, just grab a video camera. And
I was out of town.
Oh, were you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I grabbed a video
I
camera
didn't remember that.
and just recorded the photo shoot because we weren't forcing the cat, so it would kind of
Oh,
run
that's
around
right.
the room. So I would follow it around the room with the video camera, and it was just running around.
I
and then
forgot we had
we'd
that.
put it on the the studio table and take its photos, and so
Yeah.
we put it to this weird music.
Well, the music was actually written by Dayton, and I went and looked it up, and I had asked him to just write a cat theme using meows, and he wrote me 3, and the one we end up using is he called it the cat grunge song. So
I didn't know that.
I'll splice some of it in, but it's his version of if cats formed a Seattle grunge band, what it would sound like. And to me, it sounds nothing like what grunge sounds like or any of it. But in Dayton, when Dayton did it, he was like, no, this is the cat grunge song. So I put it behind you just chasing the cat around with a video camera or Spike.
And it got lots of views. That video.
I totally forgot about that.
I think it was
video.
featured on BuzzFeed, and so it got like a lot of YouTube views, which was
And
funny.
but the other thing too, it's really funny is because I actually forgot about the grunge cat song, but we have that other cat
Yes.
song, the meowing cat song that's in that other cat. video.
I know poor Dayton, when he worked here, he had to come up with several cat-related songs. And he came to like cats, and he said he did not have a cat when he made the grunge song. And then when he did have a cat
Yep.
when he wrote the second song, and he said it improved the second song, him owning a cat.
Yeah, and he was really, really attached to that cat too. That cat that he got after he did that song. So I think it helped.
I agree. And,
Yeah, he's a
and
good
he was,
kitty.
what a super talented guy Dayton is,
Yeah.
too. Dayton, if you're listening to this, we always appreciated all your songs. He actually wrote the theme song to this, too.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
And I also, if you're listening, Dayton, I really miss your compliments.
I know. Dayton.
And he's very photogenic, so for taking photos of people, he was always great too.
Dayton gave the worst compliments of any human being. Shauna actually kept a book of compliments that Dayton
I
gave
did.
her.
It's called
What-
Dayton Compliments.
Dayton compliment. What did he tell you?
Okay.
Your hair looked like a French pirate.
So he said, so here, should I just throw out some of these?
Throw some Dayton
so
compliments
some
out
Dayton
there.
compliments are, you look like a French pirate.
Which
No,
Tarzan?
you look like French Tarzan.
French Tarzan. That's
You
right.
look like a tiny pirate. Did you get braces? Oh, no? Well, your teeth look beautiful. Because he thought I was wearing braces while he was looking at me.
Right.
Right? And then, let's see, there were some others. Oh, great skirt. I have a drum seat with that fabric.
I just remember
You-
standing behind him doing a miming ditch digging.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Every time he started talking, I would just be like, "Oh, don't go there! Don't do this."
You look like you're not, something about not shopping in Paris. You look like you're not shopping in Paris.
Thank you, Dayton.
Thank you.
Good music and compliments.
And
Yeah.
compliments, yes. So, another inflatable unicorn horn for cats fact is it leaked onto the internet before the actual product was here with the wholesale pricing. So when somebody took a picture of it in the wholesale catalog, and we were selling them in 12s,
Yeah.
and so people were like, not only did they make an inflatable unicorn horn for cats, but you have to buy them in sets of 12.
Yeah. So strange.
But a great price.
It was a great price. It was a great price. But so it was all over the internet. It was on HuffPo.
That's right. That's right.
It was really big on Reddit. I was going to print out some of the Reddit stuff so I could read the comments, and we would have to put the explicit warning on this podcast if we were going to read out the Reddit comments because they were so filthy. I can't even I was
can't
like,
even squawk something through it.
I was like, surely I can find one exchange that I can read. There were none where I was just like, it was all horrific. So anyway, it was out on the internet. We didn't have it in stock at all. And, then came in and it was a huge hit.
Yeah.
So did it leaking? Did that help sales, do you think? Or did
I
it
think
hurt
it helped sales because I think it got people used to the idea of a cat having a unicorn horn.
So we should leak more things.
I also want to point out that it's an inflatable, and even though it leaked, it didn't leak.
Right.
Thank you.
If no air gets out of there.
No air. It's airtight.
We would need a patch kit. So,
and then the other thing that I think is really funny about these, to me personally, is that the spigot or whatever you call the thing that you blow into. That just makes it for me, which is like the inflatable toupee that we used to carry.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That little spigot. It's so funny.
It is funny because we've done the inflatable toupee, as Shana said. We've done inflatable toast, inflatable rubber chicken, and all of them just have a giant spigot sticking out of the side, just to remind you that it is inflatable.
But then the cat horn is so small already, and then but it has the same size spigot as something big would have. So it's just like this obnoxious, but that's part of the charm.
That's all the better. Yeah,
that's part of the charm.
It's all the better.
One of the things I was going to say too is, as we always do, we were like, we have this popular product, so we decided that just changing the color and making one for evil cats would be great. So we made a black evil unicorn horn for cats. And since we'd already developed the cat technology and that shape, we spun off a wizard hat for cats, but they ended up doing a whole new shape for the wizard hat so they could fit on the glow-in-the-dark moons and stars, which, as Kurt says, are very stereotypical and make it not actually a wizard's hat. And that no wizard would actually wear that hat.
Right. I think he wanted more of a Gandalf type hat, just like a gray that an actual wizard would wear. But if we just put out a gray inflatable
a gray
cone. It wouldn't necessarily get the same point across.
So this looks more like a 1970s stage magician version of a wizard's hat, but it's
it's purple with yellow stars and
it's pretty good.
And then we have another thing coming.
Oh yeah,
based on that same shape,
which is
the inflatable party hat for cats. And it's a birthday hat, but it's not clear if it's the cat's birthday or your birthday, right? It's a happy birthday.
That is the first question everyone asks me. They're like,
whose birthday is it?
Yeah, is this for the cat to wear on its birthday, or is this for it to wear on my birthday? And I was like, why choose? Both are fine.
When it says happy birthday on the hat.
Right. So who is it saying it to?
But is this, I don't know.
Well, the cat can't read it while it's wearing it.
No.
So I would guess
use it for both.
Yes, use it for both.
I mean, you want to use it more than once a year. You get at least twice a year.
Well, and also if you have a cat birthday party, they'd all be wearing it. So clearly it's for the cat's birthday in that case, right?
So you'd want to buy them by the 12.
Right. Once again, great. You've leaked
Get them wholesale.
You've leaked that. Yeah.
And another great thing about this was it went viral again because Canadian station Much Music gave one to Taylor Swift live on the air.
Oh, that's right.
This is the inflatable unicorn horn for cats.
The inflatable unicorn horn for cats. And she had one of my favorite reactions to one of our products of all time. She was very, in a real way, delighted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shaken, delighted. And she asked the interviewer, is this real life? That was how happy she was with it. And
which is true of a lot of our products. People actually don't believe they exist, which has been a big issue for us because we tell them things and they just think we're kidding, and we're not kidding.
Now, we've done that over and over again. Yeah. Everyone thinks like, oh, this is a Photoshop. And it's like, no, that's what we sell. That's my living. That's my bread and butter.
Yeah. And also, that's Spike. That's a real cat wearing it. It's not a Photoshop.
Yeah, don't talk bad about that.
The other cool thing, by the way, is about the inflatable unicorn horn for cats, and then also the unicorn horn for humans, is that beautiful picture of Molly and Spike together with that sort of that glowing, what is that, sort of a Sears portrait studio
or like school
or Yen
picture.
Louis or school picture, but it's this beautiful photograph of Molly with her cat, which is really popular. We actually gave those out at Comic-Con.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yes, we had stacks of them, and people were taking them. There's like hundreds and hundreds of people who have that picture in their homes.
It actually looked like at that point, it looked like a headshot because it was on an 8.5 by 11 inch piece of paper printed out, and we should have had Molly just sign at Comic-Con.
We talked about having Spike do a little paw print.
Well, another great outgrowth from this is the number of GIFs of cats trying to get the wizard hat off of their head there are on the internet as well, which I'll collect some onto the blog post on our site. So if you listen to this, you can see the Taylor Swift video and the GIFs. But it is really funny because usually starts with the cat looking very much like a magical, majestic unicorn, and then ending on the ground, rolling around and frantically pawing at its head to get the unicorn horn off.
Not all cats are as docile as Spike was.
No.
And cats actually don't necessarily love it.
Well,
Well, I mean,
the package says cats love it.
yeah.
But I will also say, like, everyone that sees the package says, not my cat.
Exactly. So when I work in the retail store, pretty much every single customer who buys this thing goes, cats love it, not my cat. And then they go ahead and buy it. So that's the funny thing too. It's like that doesn't ever stop them from buying it for their cat. The other thing I love is I know we have it, maybe it's on the website or something. We have the amazing little drawing that Scott King did of how
the directions.
The directions of how to put it on.
How to put it on. It's inside the package, I think. I can't remember where that is. But yeah, there's a drawing of directions that's delightful.
The 4-point elastic strap system. That's what we call it.
Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you.
Heff proofs the catalog. So he knows every technical term that we use for everything on the whole thing. So that's the story of the inflatable unicorn horn for cats. Any final thoughts? Wrap up?
Oh, man. It just seems like, what's the funny thing is you just mentioned how long ago that was. And again, I can't believe how long it has been. But it's this big surprise, I think, was we spun it off of the original unicorn horn, and then it was the big seller. Like, this is a huge seller, and the other one does okay. It holds its own, but cats definitely like unicorn horns even more than humans do.
We might have to subtitle the human one inflatable unicorn horn for humans.
Right.
Because that's the lesser.
Which is what we've done with the tinfoil hat for cats and for humans.
Yeah.
Should we put humans love it on it?
Yeah.
Not my human.
Exactly.
For more information about the inflatable unicorn horn for cats or anything else discussed in today's show, go to McPhee.com. That's MCPHEE.com. There will also be a corresponding blog post with other information. And now, to end the episode, the cat grunge song. Enjoy.